What's up, everybody? Welcome to In Love with Horror, your destination for all things horror. And this is your midweek horror news update, y'all. Now, we got a lot to talk about in this update, y'all. We got some movies that got some release date changes. We got an update for the FNAF sequel. Apparently, there's a Blob remake coming out, so we'll be talking about that. A sequel to 28 Weeks Later, apparently, is coming out. So we'll be talking about that because apparently they're trying to do some major things with this. Also, we got some horror movie casting updates. And then lastly, we'll talk about the box office update, talking about how good Night Swim did over this past weekend. So that's all coming up on this midweek horror news update. Stay tuned. So starting off, y'all, we're going to talk about the two films that actually got new release dates, and both of them are actually coming out slightly earlier. So starting off, we got Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire, y'all. So it's actually now coming out on March 29th of this year, 2 weeks earlier than it was scheduled to come out. I'm hyped for that.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah, I really like the Godzilla, the modern day Godzilla franchise. Although I feel like it's kind of shifted to a Kong franchise, which personally, I'm not a huge fan of. I like to see more Godzilla. Hopefully they bring it back to Godzilla and relax on the Kong stuff a little bit. But either way, I'm excited for this, and it's just dope that it's coming out 2 weeks earlier. But go ahead and tell us about the next film that got a new release date.
Yeah, so Ghostbusters Frozen Empire has pushed their release date up as well. They went from March 29th to March 22nd. Now, according to the article that I got this from, which is Deadline, they reported this. They're wanting to capitalize on the spring break season.
Smart.
Which I think makes a lot of sense, especially since this movie is kind of like catered to the people who probably be on spring break.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped about that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, everybody, I'm gonna be at the theater.
It's gonna be packed, and then we got two big movies coming out back to back.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it. We love the movies, but
sure.
yeah, it's gonna be expensive and a lot going on.
Yes, exactly.
But y'all let us know down in the comments below, how hyped are you that these two big films are getting early release dates, which means we get to see it a little bit sooner. So let us know.
I wonder if anyone else is gonna be following suit, like pushing up their dates or anything like that.
It's possible because now it's openings, right? Mm-hmm. So it's very possible that something might be able to
slide into
slide into those slots, especially now that we're kind of a good amount of time past the strikes, and people are like, maybe they're realizing a lot of things are done earlier than they assume. They're finalized and they can push it up. So I would not be surprised if we get some earlier dates. So we'll be on the lookout for that. We'll definitely let y'all know if we get earlier dates. But let us know how hyped y'all are for these films. Especially with the early release dates. I know we're looking forward to them. Let us know if you are too. Now, Josh Hutcherson, who was the lead in the first Five Nights at Freddy's film, he's actually on the press circuit right now, talking about the action film with Jason Statham, The Beekeeper, which actually looks kind of fire a little bit. But anyway, Josh is saying that the Five Nights at Freddy's sequel is looking good. So he's actually, I believe we pulled this from Variety. I'm not sure if he's talking to Variety directly in an interview, but over on the Variety, Josh Hutcherson was quoted saying, "I know they're in the process right now of nailing down the story, and they want to get going as soon as possible." Now, here's the thing, right? Obviously, it's the beginning of the year. It's January.
Yeah.
So I know people were hoping this would come out in 2024.
This year, right?
But
is it gonna happen?
If they're still nailing down the story,
who knows?
I don't think it's coming out this year. He says it doesn't seem that way. I know all the Five Nights at Freddy's fans are probably really excited for the sequel.
Ready.
And I'm sure that Universal, really, they want to get this thing out as fast as possible because they want that bread. But y'all let us know what y'all are thinking this Five Nights at Freddy's 2 story will be. Because obviously this borrows heavily from the video game lore, and I think they stuck pretty close to it. So I'm sure all the fans have an idea of where they want this to go. So y'all let us know down in the comments below what you think the story could be and how hyped you are for this film. And for y'all's sake, I hope it does come out in 2024.
A remake of The Blob is coming soon. So Hellraiser and the Night House filmmaker David Bruckner is attached to write and direct the Blob reimagining for Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So plot details about this reimagining are being kept under wraps, which I feel like everything is down.
Always is.
That. Yeah.
It ain't nothing new.
But here's if you're not familiar, the original 1958 story of the Blob was about an anamorphous alien life form that descended upon a rural Pennsylvania town and begins consuming anyone it comes into contact with. And then the alien, expanding mass of red material, grows as it eats and is strong enough to pull the human victims into itself from all directions. So that's really cool. I think that we can take that story and if they do it right, obviously put that modern spin on it. It could be really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm excited about this actually.
Yeah, and now I can't remember, but wasn't there another remake of
Yes,
this?
there's this been made like 2 times.
That's what I thought. Yeah, there's quite a few remakes of this.
Yeah,
movie.
it is.
Yeah.
But I still feel like they could really, if they go there, it could be really, really cool.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially with the modern technology,
Yes.
they can go crazy with
They
it.
really could.
Mix some good practical and some CGI. Like they could make something special. With
Yeah,
this.
yeah. This has been remade at least 2 times, I think. Already.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
nothing
like,
new, but still cool.
Yeah. They're gonna, they're pulling this one out the vault after it's been pulled out of the vault many times already before. But yeah, no, we're both excited for this. Y'all let us know down in the comments below. Would you be excited for a Blob remake? And let us know which Blob film is your favorite. Let us know all that down in the comments below. So apparently, y'all, we got a 28 years later incoming. So this will be a sequel to 28 weeks later, which was a sequel to 28 days later. Now this is actually kind of exciting. So according to the Hollywood Reporter, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland, who were the director and writer team on 28 Days Later, are teaming up again to not only make 28 years later, but apparently a franchise within this 28 years later, a trilogy for 28 years later. Now, this is interesting. So right now they're shopping it around to studios and streamers to see who's interested in buying this. They're saying that Boyle is attached to direct the first installment, and Garland would write all 3 films in this new trilogy for the 28. I don't even know, what would you even call it? 28. It's 28 time.
Something.
Like, yeah, the 28 whatever later. So the budget for each film, they're looking to do about $75 million per film. And again, they're hoping to make this a trilogy thing. So I'm going to assume that whoever they sell it to, they're trying to sell it as a whole package.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like we're trying to sell you this whole trilogy. I think that means that whatever they got planned, whatever they got written, it's got to be crazy.
Well, I don't think they'll have any problems having someone wanting this. I think it's super creative. Like the idea to bring this back and then it'd be 28 years later. There's so much you can do now with this story,
right?
Too. I just think
100%.
I just feel like, well, I don't know how they would make a trilogy out of it. I could see them making the one sequel.
Yeah, I think it's just weird to me.
Yeah,
it's weird that they're trying to make this a new trilogy instead of it just being like, hey, one more film, 28 years later.
Right? Yeah, one more film.
But because like my thing is, what would you even call the sequel to 28 years later?
I don't
like,
know.
are they like decades? Like, I don't like. What would you even say? Yeah, like I don't even know. I don't know where you. Yeah, I don't know where you would go with this. So
yeah, I don't know either.
Or they would just do like a 28 years later, part 1, part 2,
they could do
part
that.
3, something like that.
Something like that, kind of like Bird Box, maybe too. They
Oh
could do,
yeah,
like
something like
different
that.
areas.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Something
too.
like that, maybe.
And see, that's what I was going to say. Right, is that I feel like it's the right time for this to come back because we've gotten a lot of films, like modern films, that match the visceralness and the grittiness from the films from back in the day.
Yeah.
From 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. Those are very like freaking hardcore, like aggressive.
Yeah.
Like the grittiness of it, the visceralness of it. You know what I'm saying? Matching to today's films like Train to Busan. When Evil Lurks isn't really a zombie film, but you get
it's close enough.
It's close enough. It's in that vein.
Yeah.
Army of the Dead was kind of like very in your face, not like fast zombies or anything, but just the nature of it being very like what's the word I'm looking for? Like not so much gory, but like gets under your skin in like almost like a gory cringe kind of way, like and almost like in a scary way too, like because these zombies were scary. They were like you feared these zombies because they can move. You know what I'm saying? But I know, but yeah, we're both excited for this. Now, like I said, they're shopping it around right now.
Yeah, but I feel like there is not having
somebody
gonna
buy it.
They might have a bidding war.
There might be bidding war over this, but
I don't know.
Shopping it around.
It's the budget part that probably
well,
$75 million ain't no walk in the park.
Per film is a lot.
Per film.
Yeah, no,
it's a lot of money.
It is a lot. But they're shopping it around right now, yo. I'm sure somebody will pick it up.
Yeah.
Probably Netflix more than likely or something like that. But hopefully we'll get a studio attached. We'll definitely report on that and we'll see how that goes. But let us know down in the comments, y'all, how excited would you be for 28 years later, especially from the original team that made 28
Yeah, that's
days
what makes
later.
it even more.
I think it's gonna be real
intriguing.
Yo, yeah, it's gonna be real exciting, y'all. Y'all let us know what y'all thinking down in the comments below.
So we do have some horror movie casting updates. We have quite a few of them. So let's go ahead and jump into those. So first up, Jacob I don't know, never knew how to say his last name, but I think it's Elordi.
That sounds right to me.
He was in Saltburn.
Yep.
And he's going to be replacing Andrew Garfield, who was going to be the original Frankenstein. Well, he was going to be in Frankenstein. That's being redone by Guillermo del Toro. Yes. Yep. Now, I'm not sure what his character was. It doesn't specify in the article either. But anyways, he's going to be replacing Andrew Garfield, thinking probably because he has some like scheduling conflicts with other stuff he's working on. But Del Toro is producing, writing, and directing this adaptation of Frankenstein for Netflix, and is collaborating with the producer J. Miles Dale, who was the producer on his Cabinet Curiosities.
Dope. That show was amazing.
Yeah. So obviously this sounds like it's going to be really good. And I really like Jacob Elordi. So I think he did really good at Saltburn. We watched that movie recently. Yeah, so I haven't seen him in his other things, and I've seen him in earlier stuff when he was younger, but I feel like, he's kind of like moving into more of like a mature, gritty style of movie. So I feel like this project will probably fit him very well. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in this. I'm obviously looking forward to seeing this. And we'll keep y'all posted on any updates.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention too that they got a lot of good stars in this film, because they also got Mia Goth, Christoph Waltz, and Oscar Isaac.
Mia Goth is questionable. But
what?
I feel like she just hollers and she's got a cute face and people think she's a great actress. And I know people could come for me in the comments about this.
They about to go hard on you.
I don't
Especially
care.
People are hyped for
I
Maxine
stand
to come
my ground.
out.
Well, I feel like, I don't know. I'm new to the whole world of X. I only watched X. I haven't watched Pearl yet.
I don't think she would be in Pearl though. Anyway.
She's in Pearl.
She's playing Pearl.
She's playing Pearl.
That's right.
You seen the trailer?
No, I never seen Pearl. I only saw X.
I've seen the trailers.
Oh.
She's playing Pearl in that too. She was Pearl. You do know that, right?
What?
In X. Like she was playing.
Oh yeah,
the old lady.
That's what you said. I didn't realize that though.
Because of her being the old lady, she can easily play her in in Pearl, because that's how she looked when she was younger. And you saw the picture she showed her on the wall in the house. She looked exactly like it was her in the picture.
Oh.
But anyways, I don't know. And then when we saw her in that other movie,
Infinity
she
Pool.
just hollers. That's all she be doing, screaming.
Really?
Everybody thinks she's so
I thought
great.
she was good in that, but okay.
You like that movie? I did.
Yeah, I did. I thought Infinity Pool it wasn't great, but I thought it was.
Mia Goth is good in her own little area. I don't know.
Y'all, you can have that.
Anyways, go ahead. Who else?
I already said it. I said Christoph Waltz and Oscar Isaac.
Okay,
which, they're both great as well.
Right.
But to me, the whole cast is going super hard. But I didn't know that about Pearl.
I said questionable. I didn't say she was a bad actress. I didn't say that.
Yeah, but I didn't know that about Pearl.
Oh yes.
So that makes it more of an interesting watch. Then I just thought it was I just was under the impression it was just a prequel, but. Nobody was returning in the sense of
it's her.
See, I didn't know
She's
that.
back in that one too. She's in all 3 movies.
Dang,
yeah,
that's crazy. That's hard. But no, I'm definitely excited because Guillermo del Toro, obviously a visionary,
hands down,
he's an absolute legend.
So I know it's gonna be good.
So it's probably gonna be super hard, but this cast to me is just making it look even better. So I'm excited for this one, y'all. Now, next up in the casting news, we learned that Caitlin Dever from No One Will Save You, the recent original Hulu film with the aliens and stuff. That was actually it was actually pretty interesting and decent film. Well, apparently she's going to be playing Abby in The Last of Us season 2.
Okay.
Now, I don't think you're familiar with the video game world, but Abby was a very controversial character from the video game, mainly because she ends up.
Don't give away spoilers.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't talk about even the different articles that I referenced when they don't mention it, because if you know her character, then obviously it gives away everything.
Well, she does something crazy as hell.
Yeah.
In the video game that makes people just.
Oh, obviously that's what she's probably going to end up doing in this next season.
I'll tell you right now, if she does it in season 2, I cannot watch that season.
Well, sorry, you're gonna have to watch it.
It's that.
Why would they be like, oh, we can't get into this?
It's that crazy. And it happens towards the beginning of the game.
Oh well.
So so that would be like episode 2 that this insane thing happens, and then you got to just deal with it the rest of the season.
Does she kill someone?
Yeah.
Is it Joel?
I can't tell you.
Oh no, is it Joel?
I can't tell you.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's what it is, I'm definitely not watching.
You can go look it up.
I'm not watching.
All I'm gonna say is when the video game came out, people was like, "Man, fuck this game!"
Oh wow.
People was upset about how they wrote the story, and personally, people can make their own creative decisions, and people have the right to not like people's creative decisions. I'm in the camp of I would have preferred they wrote it a little differently, so that certain people wouldn't have died.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying?
oh God, I hope it's not Joel.
Well, like I said, y'all and everyone who's not familiar, that's up to y'all if you want to look up the second game to see how potentially season 2 could go. Obviously, they could change it up. They could rewrite it. And hopefully they do. But that was one of the big
Maybe
things.
they'll tell the story a different way, and maybe it won't happen in in episode 2.
That was one of the big things that people, it's kind of like that villain, like a villainous character in the show that you just can't stand.
That's her.
That's kind of like her because
man.
I can't stand you now because of this action that you did. But either way, this actress did great in No One Will Save You.
I think so.
And she was kind of working by herself for most of the time too.
Yeah,
she carried
she
that movie.
She
So
definitely carried it on her
she
back.
could definitely do good in this season. We'll definitely see how the writing turns out story wise with this.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited for season 2. Season 1 was great.
It was.
Let us know down in the comments, y'all. What do y'all think about this casting choice for Abby? Do you think they'll rewrite the story for season 2? Because a lot of people was upset about the story for the second game. So let me know what y'all think all about Last of Us Season 2 and the casting choices down in the comments below. And for our last piece of casting news, y'all, we got Lucas Gage from the show Fargo and the show You has been cast in Smile 2. Now, of course, we don't have any details for Smile 2. We don't even really officially know if that's what it's going to be called.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is the sequel to the 2022 film Smile, which I love that you're just kind of iffy on. That's cool. I think the movie is incredible. But he's going to be in Smile 2. Again, no details, but it does still come out on October 18th of this year.
We got a lot of movies just getting started that are going to be coming out in October. So maybe
that's
it takes
crazy,
10 months
ain't it?
for a movie to be made. And we just don't realize that.
Well, I think what it was like the strike was happening, so they were just kind of sitting on their sitting on their thumbs, type waiting to. And now that the gates have been open, right?
Right.
So it's everyone's hitting the studio, boom, cameras, mic, lights, get everything ready.
So
like
because Smile 2 comes out in October and they're just getting started. We know recently the Terrifier 3 is also coming out in October and they're just getting started.
Yep.
What was it Wolfman?
Yeah,
that also comes out in
just
October.
Getting started.
Just getting
this
started.
Gonna be just getting started.
Yeah, so it's a lot of movies just getting started.
It's kind of weird.
Coming out in October.
So at this point, don't be surprised if we get delays then, because that's a lot of films coming out this year that haven't even started shooting yet.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild to think about. A little scary because I'd be afraid that the ones that we really want will get pushed back.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. But hey, y'all let us know down in the comments below. What do you think about Lucas Gage being cast in Smile 2? Again, we don't even know the plot of this. We don't even know who he's going to be playing or nothing. But still, let us know y'all excitement for Smile 2. Let us know if you think it'll still make this October 18th date. Smile 1 was a pretty contained small film.
Yeah,
it didn't require too much special effects and stuff like that. A lot of just practical and just performance driven. So maybe, they can't make it by this date, but y'all let us know all y'all thoughts down in the comments below. And lastly, y'all, we got the box office update for you. So this box office is focusing on Night Swim and how it did on its opening weekend. So check this out. So domestic, it made $12,532,000. Worldwide, $18.9 million. I'd imagine the budget for this is pretty small.
I imagine so.
So it's probably a profit, honestly.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So that's what's so weird about horror films, right? It's like you see it for any other type of movie, you'd see these numbers and be like,
that's it.
Dang, 12.5 million domestic and only $18.9 million worldwide. Mm-hmm. But for a horror film, it's like, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We're good now. This movie sucked ass, but we made a profit. That's just crazy, right? And that's what the concern is. If you watched our previous horror news video where we talked about, it was end of week 1, where we talked about the Blumhouse and Atomic Monster merger. Mm-hmm. One of the things we talked about, y'all, was, and go check out that video if you haven't. We talked about the fact that they're trying to increase their output from 4 horror films a year to 8, right? Yeah. And so that can only mean one thing. Just by sheer ratio and probability, some of that shit gonna be trash. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's scary because you have situations like this where it's like people taking a chance to hope that it's good and it's trash, but they're still making enough money to where, we can throw trash out there. People make a profit.
Some people really like this movie. I've seen some people rate it 9 out of 10.
Damn.
High score, 7,
They must have watched a different
9.
version.
Yeah.
They watched a different version than we did. There ain't no way you could rate this 9 out of 10. If you rating this a 9 out of 10, stuff like Smile 1 that's like a 18 out of 20. Or 18 out of 10.
18 out of 10. Some people really like this movie,
Because
so I don't know.
how could you compare this to anything else to be a 9 out of 10?
I don't know.
This junk worse than Five Nights at Freddy's. I'd watch Five Nights at Freddy's over this.
Oh, I like Five Nights at
Well, yeah,
Freddy's.
okay, you don't count. You know what I'm saying? But this is interesting. Like, you know, that's what it is with horror, right? Horror is a chance to earn some money for a studio. That's why they make these lower budget throwaway horror films, because they know it's going to turn a profit, even if the ratings are low. You know what I'm saying? You know, the drop to next weekend is going to be massive, but it won't matter because they've already made their money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, that's what we think about the box office update. Y'all let us know down in the comments below. 1, what do you think about how much money they made? And 2, what do you think about the film? Like, because I did not know people out there were liking this movie to that degree. So let us know what your thoughts are. I know you're like, you think it's bad, but not that bad. I think it's absolutely terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, man.
I do. I think it was trash, man. Like, but y'all let us know y'all
I think
thoughts.
it was watchable, you know? It's like,
No,
okay.
Not even watchable. No, it's not watchable, but y'all let us know what y'all think down in the comments below. Well, that'll do it, y'all, for your midweek horror news update. Y'all let us know what story out of here was your favorite, because we got some hype stuff like earlier movie dates and stuff like that. And also, if there's a story we didn't talk about, drop that down in the comments below too, so we can talk about that and discuss that in the comments as well. But y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this one. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you check out our Patreon and subscribe to stay up to date on all things horror. Until next time, peace.